in this chapter we're going to get to know the basic principles of drawing charts, types of charts, and composite charts. Excel charts consist of a number of elements. Some of these elements are displayed by default, others can be added and modified manually if necessary. Look, here we have a table for which we want to draw a graph. For this, it's enough to select the desired area, and then from the Insert tab in the Chart section, we can draw a chart for the desired area. For example, from this part, we choose a chart. In general, we can change the chart settings in 3 ways. If we click on the chart, 3 tabs will be displayed for us. One tab, Design Chart, another tab, Format, and another tab called Layout, which was located in the middle. But now, in this part, it's located in the corner of the chart, and its name is Chart Elements. Where the elements of the chart are located and includes these parts. The first part is axes, which are vertical and horizontal axes. As you can see, if we uncheck it, it will remove its axis, and if we activate the tick, the axis will be displayed. In this section, we can remove or add the vertical and horizontal axis separately. The next part is axis title, which is the title of the vertical and horizontal axis. And we can remove or add this part by putting or removing the tick. My friends, the next part is chart title, which is the title of the chart. And as you witnessed, next is data labels, which is the value based on which the graph is drawn. That is, the same numbers or the graph columns. And the next is the data table, which displays the bottom table of the chart. And after that, we have error bars. As you can see, this part is for the standard deviation, which is displayed as blank vertical lines at the end of the graph columns and shows the standard deviation based on the statistical concepts. Well, the next part is grid lines, which are the gray grid lines in the middle of the chart. As you witnessed in this section, we can choose different modes for the chart. The next part is the legend. As you can see, it's a chart guide. And from this part, we can determine in which part it should be placed. For example, it should be on top, bottom, left, or right. And the next part is the trend line. This part is the trend line, which is mostly used in the topic of forecasting. You can, for example, create a trend line in the chart based on this year, and it will be displayed in this way. Well, my friends, to draw a chart, you need to select all the data you want to have in your Excel chart. If you want them to appear in chart guides or axis labels, you must also select column headings. If you want to make a chart based on adjacent cells, you can select only one cell. Excel will automatically consider all adjacent cells that contain data. My friends, thanks for staying with me. To add a chart, as we said at the beginning of the chapter, go to the Insert tab and the Charts group and click on the type of chart you want. Whenever you need a chart in a hurry or just want to have a quick look at a particular trend in your data, you can create a chart in Excel with just one keystroke. Simply select the data that is in the chart and then create your chart by pressing Alt and F1 keys, which is to insert the default chart in the current worksheet, and F11 key, which is to create the default chart in the new sheet. My friends, when drawing charts, the direction of data entry is important. See, for example, if your data is arranged like this, you cannot draw a graph for it because columns A and B are different. You must note that the first column should be text and the next column should contain numbers. It means the horizontal axis should be placed first and then the vertical axis. And this is very important. And now, as you can see, if you select this area and draw the graph, you will see that the graph is not displayed. But when we move the columns, the corresponding graph is displayed.